This story appears in the December 2023 issue of Forbes Asia. Subscribe to Forbes Asia. This story is part of Forbes's coverage of Indonesia's Richest 2023. See the full list here. As resource-rich Indonesia felt the impact of slowing exports, its benchmark index edged down 1.5% since we last measured fortunes. But a raft of new listings, notably of energy and mining firms, resulted in a bonanza that boosted collective wealth to a record $252 billion, up 40% from $180 billion last year. As a result, half the tycoons on the list are richer than they were a year ago. Although their combined wealth grew only a tad to $48 billion, brothers R. Budi and Michael Hartono held on to the number one position. The most spectacular jump was that of petrochemicals and energy magnate Prayogo Pangestu, this year's biggest gainer in both dollar and percentage terms. With a more than eightfold increase in his net worth to $43.7 billion, from $5.1 billion a year ago, he moved up 5 spots to number 2 for the first time. Pangestu reaped a windfall from listing 2 of his companies, geothermal energy producer Burrito Renewables Energy and coal miner Petrindo Jaya Krizi. Mining baron Lo Tuk Kwang, who also draws his wealth from black gold, more than doubled his fortune to $27.2 billion as his Bayan Resources, the country's third-largest coal producer, benefited from rising sales. Despite that, Lo slipped to number 3, eclipsed by Pangestu's meteoric gains. Buoyed by Indonesia's ambitions to build a supply chain for electrical vehicles on the back of its bountiful reserves of nickel, Lim Haryanto Wijaya Sarwono pulled off a timely IPO of his miner Trimega Bangun Persada, better known as Harita Nickel. His wealth zoomed more than fourfold to $4.8 billion and he moved up 27 spots to number 9. Listing gains propelled 4 newcomers to the ranks. The $710 million July IPO of copper and gold miner Aman Mineral International, the country's largest so far this year, produced 3 of them. President Commissioner and former investment banker Agos Prahosasmito, President Director Alexander Ramli and oil and gas tycoon Hilmi Panagoro, all key shareholders. In August, the archipelago's largest cinema chain operator Cinema 21 listed, making co-founder Benny Suherman a billionaire. 2 patriarchs who passed away, Boenjamin Setiawan, founder of pharmaceutical firm Kalbi Pharma, and Winarko Sulistyo, founder of packaging paper producer Fahar Surya Wizaza, are replaced on the list by their heirs. There are 3 returnees to the ranks, including Kunkoro Wibowo, who controls and runs Ace Hardware Indonesia, a licensee of the U.S. chain. Shares of the company were up more than 40% as sales rebounded after dipping during the pandemic. The 7 drop-offs include banker Jerry Ng, who was impacted by plummeting shares of Bank Jago as investor sentiment cooled off for digital banks. The minimum net worth to qualify was $940 million, up from $885 million in 2022.